What just came out of Cleveland has the entire dog pound in a frenzy. You know that feeling, the one where hope clashes with heartbreak in the heart of football season. The Browns have been grinding through a storm of scrutiny, every decision under the microscope, and now whispers from the front office are turning into thunder. It's the kind of news that stops you mid-bite during your pre-game ritual, making you wonder if redemption is around the corner, or if the ghosts of past mistakes are here to stay. If you're part of this crew, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and join the conversation. This community runs on real fans like you. Hold on tight, because the man who's igniting this firestorm isn't just any voice. It's Paul DePodesta, the former Browns executive who's now calling shots for the Colorado Rockies. And in a moment that's got everyone talking, DePodesta dropped what many are calling a subtle shade at head coach Kevin Stefanski while reflecting on one of the franchise's biggest regrets, the Deshaun Watson trade. Picture this: DePodesta, fresh off leaving Cleveland earlier this month, sits down for an interview. The topic: that infamous 2022 deal where the Browns mortgaged their future, trading away a treasure trove of draft picks and handing Watson a fully guaranteed $230 million contract, a move that's since been labeled a colossal swing and miss, leaving the team buried in cap hell and fan frustration. When pressed on the backlash he's faced for greenlighting it, DePodesta doesn't dodge. Instead, he laughs and fires off, "I was also calling plays for the Browns." Oof. That line landed like a blindside hit. Fans are dissecting it frame by frame. Was it a jab at Stefanski, implying the coach play calling shares the blame for the Watson-era's failures? Or just a lighthearted deflection from a guy who's moving on? DePodesta quickly pivots, owning the decision with a senior leader's gravitas. Those are organizational decisions. If you're a senior leader, then you own that. "I lost my no-hitter long ago." He emphasizes it was a collaborative call with the whole front office backing it, but the sting of that initial quip lingers. This isn't just chit-chat from an ex-exec, it's a window into the fractures that have plagued Cleveland since Watson's arrival. Remember the hype? The Browns thought they'd landed their franchise savior, a quarterback to finally break the playoff curse. Instead, Watson's tenure has been a nightmare. A lengthy suspension for off-field issues, nagging injuries including that brutal twice-ruptured Achilles, and on-field stats that scream underachievement. 365 yards, 19 touchdowns, and 12 picks across just 19 games, with a 9-10 record as starter. Owner Jimmy Haslam even stepped up this offseason, admitting publicly for the first time, "We took a big swing and miss with Deshaun. We thought we had the quarterback, we didn't." He owned it too, saying it ends with him and his wife Dee, urging fans to hold them accountable. But with Watson still the highest paid player on the roster for the next 2 years and no clear path forward, the Browns are stuck in limbo. That trade's albatross weighs heavy, eating up cap space and draft capital that could rebuild the roster. Yet amid the rubble, there's a flicker of intrigue. Watson's rehab from that Achilles tear has been progressing, and insiders like Mary Kay Cabot report he's making excellent strides. The team isn't rushing him back, no 21-day practice window this week, but they're eyeing a potential return designation around Week 12 against the Raiders. Over the next couple of weeks, more clarity should emerge on his timeline. Imagine the drama if Watson suits up again. Cleveland's quarterback room is already a revolving door. Rookie Dylan Gabriel's won 4 as a starter, while Shedeur Sanders waits patiently in the wings. The results are mixed, but with Watson's massive contract looming, the front office might give him one last look before a potentially messy offseason divorce. It's the kind of high-stakes gamble that defines the Browns' resilient spirit. The dog pound doesn't quit, even when the odds are stacked. As DePodesta's words echo through the league, they're forcing a reckoning in Cleveland. Was the Watson deal a symptom of deeper organizational woes, including clashes between analytics whizzes like DePodesta and the coaching staff? Stefanski, the architect of that 2020 playoff run, has guided the team through turmoil, but whispers of accountability are growing louder. Fans are left grappling with the what-ifs. What if they'd built around Baker Mayfield longer? What if the trade assets had fueled a contender instead? The pain is real, but so is the passion that binds this fanbase. Word count for Block 1, approximately 650. Diving deeper into the fallout, DePodesta's exit to the Rockies feels like the end of an era for the Browns. He was the Moneyball mind behind their analytical edge, but his departure underscores the shifting sands in Cleveland's power structure. Now with Stefanski under the spotlight from that offhand joke, the head coach seat isn't as hot as it once was, but every loss piles on the pressure. The Browns are battling for relevance in a stacked AFC North where the Ravens and Bengals lurk, and even the Steelers seem perpetual pests. Watson's shadow looms largest though, that $230 million guarantee. It's a chain around the team's neck, especially as he nears a possible return. If he steps onto the field post-rehab, it could be a redemption arc or another chapter in dysfunction. Cabot's update paints a cautious picture, no snap judgments but clarity soon. The organization drafted Gabriel and Sanders to scout the future, yet Watson's contract demands attention. Cut him, the dead cap hit is catastrophic. Trade him, good luck finding takers for a QB with his baggage. Haslam's admission was a gut punch of honesty, rare in ownership circles. We gave up a lot of draft picks. We've got to dig ourselves out of that hole. It's a call to arms for the front office, now led by others in the wake of DePodesta's move. Fans in the dog pound who've endured decades of heartbreak from the drive to the fumble to LeBron's exits and returns are no strangers to digging deep. This latest saga tests that resolve. But here's where the emotion hits home. Cleveland thrives on underdog fire. The city that never gives up, where fans brave lake-effect snow and endless rebuilds, sees in Watson a microcosm of their own grit. If he returns and sparks something, maybe a few efficient drives, a win that quiets the doubters, it could reignite the flames. Or if it flops, it's fuel for the next chapter of Browns lore, the kind told around tailgates and barstools. DePodesta's joke, intentional or not, highlights the collaborative chaos of NFL decisions. No one's hands are clean in the Watson debacle. Execs, coaches, scouts all signed off. Owning it as DePodesta did is step one. For Stefanski, it's about steering the ship through these leaks and distractions. The coach has preached resilience, and with Watson potentially back, the practices could get electric. Looking ahead, the Browns' path is fraught. Week 12 versus the Raiders might mark Watson's return window, but the real test is integrating him without appending the young guns like Gabriel and Sanders. Mixed results so far mean no clear heir apparent, keeping the position a pressure cooker. Offseason looms with tough choices. Restructure Watson's deal? Let him walk. The cap implications could hamstring free agency and the draft. Through it all, the dog pound roars. This community, forged in the fires of futility and fleeting triumphs, turns pain into purpose. DePodesta's swipe? It's just noise in the bigger narrative of a franchise fighting to rise. As winter winds whip through First Energy Stadium, fans cling to hope that Watson's return is the swing that connects, that Stefanski's steady hand guides them to the playoffs, that Cleveland finally breaks the cycle. So here's to the Browns, battered but unbreakable. The Watson saga isn't over, it's evolving, and with every update, the passion grows. Stick with us as this unfolds, because in Cleveland, every play is personal, every decision a declaration of faith in the fight. Word count for Block 2, approximately 650.